Welcome to our video. Studio 54, renowned as the epicenter of disco culture and a playground for the rich and famous, holds an iconic status in pop culture history. Dancers grooved wherever they wanted in Studio 54. Regular people could escape Studio 54. Diana Ross sang from the DJ booth on the club's final night. Celebrities loved getting down on the floor. Everyone lost their coats on opening night. Bowie went to Studio 54 for inspiration. Steve Rubel wanted to create club like nothing else. Debbie Harry says that she didn't go to 54 that often. Everyone was welcome in Studio 54. Truman Capote could wear whatever he wanted. In the 70s, Studio 54 was the center of the universe. Steve Rubel gave Andy Warhol a trash can full of money for his birthday. The club had its own ecosystem. No one could get in on opening night, so people partied in the streets. The club represented absolute freedom. The standard busboy wore gym shorts and nothing else. One way to get into the club was to look interesting. Drew Barrymore partied at Studio 54 when she was 7 years old. Waiting in line was its own kind of reward. Mick Jagger loved hitting the dance floor. Bianca Jagger's birthday made the club into a success. Schrager and Rubel complimented one another. Celebrities became cooler by hanging outside the club. Rubel often wore a coat filled with money and drugs. Rubel and Schrager renovated their club in the midst of the investigation. Studio 54 invented the velvet rope. Studio 54's books literally had a column labeled Skim. Before getting on the dance floor, clubgoers had passed through the corridor of joy. Everyone was a Vite. Liz Taylor had a very smelly birthday at Studio 54. People would try anything to get into the club. The amount of drugs people took was overstated. The club rarely had a liquor license. A countess was handcuffed in the basement. The club was turned into a farm for Dolly Parton. Jamie Lee Curtis and her mom, Janet Leigh, go out for a night of dancing at Studio 54. The club's opening made the cover of the New York Post. You never knew what you'd find when it was time to clean up. Andy Warhol loved the club. The people behind the club's interior were new to nightclubs. The club had a lot of theme nights. Studio 54 was a theme park for adults. The club was still under construction days before it opened. Truman Capote nearly started a brawl in the club. The crew was serious about their work. The club used a publicist to get celebs through the door. Fashion fell from the ceiling. Disco Sally was constant at the club. There were a lot of bartenders, but one of them did most of the work. Grace Jones partied with a purpose. The DJ and lights were integral to the party. Rick James almost partied himself into the grave. Robin Williams was a regular at the club throughout its incarnation. An evening at Studio 54 wasn't complete without Liza Minnelli. Andy Warhol and Bianca Jagger were the best of friends. Bianca Jagger wishes that she'd never rode a horse in Studio 54. Bill Murray and Gilda Radner were no strangers to the party at Studio 54. Jerry Hall, as good as gold. The end of the party. If you found this video interesting and captivating, we would appreciate it if you could show your support by leaving a like or comment. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more fascinating content like this. Your support means a lot to us, and we look forward to bringing you more exciting videos in the future. Until next time, take care and keep exploring the fascinating world of fashion and history.